Veganism, it's Leah here, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever Snapchat Q&A. Woo! I essentially went to my Snapchat a few days ago and I was like, oh my god guys, what do you think I should do this year on my channel? And all you guys gave me so many suggestions, so thank you so much first and foremost for that. But a lot of you guys were asking me questions and I was like, guys, should I do a Q&A? And I've never done one because I thought no one actually cared. But then you guys sent me so many questions. I had to try and narrow them down. And I'm always going to be really open with myself online to a certain extent. So some of the questions, obviously I was like, lol, I'm of course not going to answer that. But things about myself, personally, I am happy to talk about to a certain extent. So without further ado, let's get into the Q&A. And if I mention you guys on here, thank you so much for giving your questions. You are the bomb diggity. I apologize if I say any of these usernames wrong because God knows I am going to. We have Maisie4XOXO who asks, what type of foundation do you use? So at the moment I have Born This Way in the color Pearl on my face because I don't have a fake tan on. Born This Way was my first cruelty-free vegan foundation that I tried and I love it. It's very creamy and feels really good on your face. But then I went and used Tarte, their clay foundation, and I really like that as well. So at the moment I'm using the Tarte clay for when I have a fake tan on, and then when I am my normal self, I'm using Born This Way by Too Faced, and I love both of the foundations. They both have very different consistencies, so I definitely feel like I prefer the Born This Way consistency better. The next question is from Georgia_126. The question is, when did you first become a vegan? I first became vegetarian on the 1st of January 2014 and I went vegan roughly around June, July 2014. And I went more vegetarian for health reasons, not so much the animal reasons, but I did go vegetarian because I kept on tasting blood in my mouth when I thought about animals, which was an awkward thing to have. And I was like, I'm never gonna go vegan, I won't do that to myself. And then you get into it and you really realize the importance of the animals and the impacts to the environment and all that nitty-gritty stuff. And I was like, why wouldn't I be vegan? Went vegan, haven't looked back since. Best thing I ever did for myself. Honestly, I love it more than almost anything else I've ever done for myself. Next question is from Connor May saying, what is a job that you really want to do other than YouTube? Essentially, I used to want to be a radio announcer. That's what my career path was. I used to be on radio when I lived in Queensland. I studied community and commercial radio in Melbourne. Radio so much isn't about music anymore and it's just about gossiping and what's hot type of things, and that's not why I wanted to do radio. I wanted to do radio to talk about music. And so that's why I actually kind of got back into my YouTube channel after like 6 years of neglecting it, because I wanted to talk about music and do it the way that I want to. But I'm really interested in the idea of band videography at the moment. That's sort of what I'm going to try and play around with hopefully this year. See what happens from there. Ashley Taylor asks, what was the first concert you ever went to? The first concert that I ever went to officially was Justin Bieber's My World Tour in Brisbane Entertainment Centre in Boondall. But the first concert I went to would have been The Wiggles as a child. Bella Zarawi said, favorite things / things about living in Sydney. Sydney is literally the best place that I've ever lived or visited. I genuinely think Sydney is like the ideal place to live. It's beautiful, you have city life, you have beach life, it's just all there where you need it. A lot of my favorite places are like Glebe, Balmain. I love like Bondi sometimes, but Glebe and Balmain and Roselle are probably my favorite places. And I feel really safe here and I feel really happy here. I have really great friends, but I've never felt more at home in a place than what I have in Sydney. So for someone that didn't grow up in Sydney and grew up in Queensland, which is a whole different place in Australia, I really feel like I've felt the most at myself and at peace in Sydney. Izzy_5853 asks like 1,000 different questions. 5 years ago, what kind of life did you expect for yourself? I always thought that I was going to end up in Sydney, but 5 years ago I thought that I'd be on radio in Sydney and my career would be up and running. I'm 20 years old now. I feel like I just thought that I was going to have all my life together, and a lot of like hurdles came along. And I love that though. Like I love where my life currently is right now. Things are a little bit different to what I thought they would be, but I'm so much more happier with what I am right now than what I think I would have been if my career went the way that I wanted it to. XBillyX says, what gave you the inspiration to make a YouTube channel? So I think a lot of you guys don't realize that even though I've only been active on my channel for a year, I've actually had it for like close to 6 years or something like that. When I was younger, I used to just post funny videos when YouTube was about funny videos and not about proper content and microphones and studio lights and stuff. I sort of said it before, before. What inspired me to get back into my channel was because I wasn't going to do radio anymore and I still wanted to talk about music, and this seemed like the best way to talk to people about music and get response from it, and you guys are more than anything that I could have asked for. Pfizer Can XOXO, I think I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. It says, what's your height? I literally don't know what my height is anymore. All I know is that I'm short. Who's one person in your life that you're most grateful that you know? From Leah Mia 12. Is your name Leah too? Yeah, girl. Obviously, all my friends, I feel so grateful every single day to have the friend group that I have. Like, it's actually amazing to have so many supportive, like-minded people in my life. It's gonna be a really cliche answer, but the person I'm most grateful to know is my mom. She's really the best. She's beautiful, and she's the most compassionate human I've ever met, and if I'm anything like her when I'm older, like 1% like her, I will be so happy. Ollie_XD1 asks, what do you eat the most? Tea or coffee? Day or night? Black or white? Dog or cat? What I eat the most is probably potatoes and bananas. Tea or coffee? Tea, I don't drink coffee. Day or night? Night, I love the nighttime. Black or white? Black. Dog or cat? Dog for sure. Ella.McCollum, favorite tattoo. This is really hard because I genuinely love a lot of my tattoos. I feel like the one that I get complimented the most on is my hands. I love this one because obviously that's me, a treble clef and a heartbeat. Like, I love music so much. Bananas, I love bananas. I love all my tattoos equally. I feel like there's not a favorite one. But if I had to quickly answer, probably my hands. Maddie Brown 9 asks, are you planning on getting any more tattoos? Yes, I plan to fill this whole entire arm here, and then I'm gonna start up here. Next thing I want to get is I want to get a rose. One of you guys suggested to vlog while I was at the tattoo parlor, so I might even do that. Who knows? But yeah, rose is what I want to get next. And I used to hate rose tattoos, and now I think they're beautiful. But not like an ugly big rose, like a proper like delicate, like my hands, just delicate rose. Alrighty guys, so that was the end of my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really cool to get you guys talking to me and having your input. I was overwhelmed with the amount of questions. That was probably only half of the questions that we got, which is still so much more than what I thought we'd get. So thank you so much for participating. If I read your question, I thank you. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big old thumbs up. And please hit subscribe. We put out new videos every Thursday here on the Short But Crazy one. And I will see you next Thursday with another video. I love you all so much.